Kumbaya,
my lord.
Welcome to the Rowdy.com Big Three, where we talk NASCAR and the three big burning issues. My name is Bass Masters. His name is Buck Fever. Jerome Buzz Cutler has today's questions.
I do, and the first one comes courtesy of my president and yours, Dustin Long.
Oh, yes,
Dustin
the president
Long.
of the National Motorsports Press Association. I thought they rejected our application.
Yeah, I don't think we're involved in that.
Well, he's still my president.
I certainly wouldn't want to be part of any organization that would have me as a member.
So he had this little column where he was talking to Ray Evernham, or at least quoting Ray Evernham, and Ray was talking about Jeff Gordon. He said, first of all, what he saw at Texas was the old Jeff Gordon, and it's good to see him back.
Well, that's an interesting
A little
point.
tenacious.
Well, tenacious, not caring about racing your teammates hard, but
You know
still
what?
racing them clean.
I thought about this a little bit, Cutler, when you mentioned it to me. Big presence on the track. You know when Larry Mack calls Jeff Gordon Big Daddy? It doesn't mean like, man, he sure is a hulking physical specimen.
It means he's kicking ass
It means
out there.
his presence on the track is big. He's a big presence on the track, and he's been that. A lot this year, actually, when you think about Las Vegas, a race he should have won, certainly at Texas where he was a dominant race car, and even the last 2 weeks before that, he's been a bigger presence on the track. At Texas, he was the biggest presence on the track, not afraid to make noise with his race car and do what he had to do to get to the front, although I do feel he was maybe just a tad aggressive at the end. So, you know,
it's good to see.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it. I miss the
I was
days.
rooting for Jeff
Yeah.
on Monday.
I miss the days when Rusty Wallace was like, uh-oh, here comes Jeff Gordon, and he doesn't like me, and he's going to wreck me. I miss those days.
Big presence on the track.
Yes, he's
Intimidating
back.
guy on
Yeah.
the track.
And he's
Big Daddy.
And he has to do it to the 48. He has to do it.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, he has no choice. You got to go through the 48.
He's got to knock him out. He has to do
He
it.
has to go through his own garage to get to the title.
All right, issue number 2. Because of all the wrecks and the silly season stuff that came out yesterday, we haven't had a chance to talk about Kyle Busch's day at Texas.
I got a line for you.
Only 6 times before has somebody scored top 5s in both series on the same day. 3 of those previous instances were by Kyle Busch.
Well,
Mr. Nationwide. That's what he is. He's
you know
Mr.
what's so funny
Nationwide.
that you say that? It's really funny because I was up in New York yesterday and talking to our good buddy Corn Dog.
Corn Dog.
And we were talking about Kyle, and I said he's in danger of becoming the greatest Nationwide Series driver in history. And what I meant was
He is. He's going to become that.
that will be the thing you remember him for.
Yeah,
and that's not what you want it to be if you're
No,
Kyle Busch.
no.
Now they're talking about, hey, maybe we should run him the full series because he's doing so well. Look, I just think that, you know, no matter how great you are in the Nationwide Series, if you want to be successful in
What? You
Cup
say?
these
What?
days, don't distract yourself.
Right.
Don't distract yourself. And I know you can go over to Nationwide and be successful. You can be very successful. You could be the most successful Nationwide driver in history if that's what you want.
Jimmy
The
Johnson.
question is that what you want?
Jimmy Johnson doesn't run many Nationwide Series races. He focuses on Cup. He spends the time that he could be thinking about his Nationwide car, not thinking about his Nationwide car because he doesn't have one. But he does have 4 championships. That's who I emulate.
Sometimes you gotta go all in, Buck Fever.
All in.
All in!
You got to know when to hold them.
All right, Kenny Rogers.
All right, issue number 3.
And you are the coward of the county, by the way.
Jack Roush
Yes.
said on Tuesday that he is
Cat in the Hat.
officially lifting the interim tag from Todd Parrott's name.
whatever.
Didn't see that coming.
In
Yeah.
retrospect, even though we all looked askance at the dismissal of Drew Blickensderfer at such an odd time in the season,
It's a good call.
in retrospect,
Yeah.
can you argue?
No, not in the least. He's second in points. Great call.
I'm not sure where the proof is in the pudding expression came from, but if the proof is in the pudding, was it the right move? Well, yes. For Matt Kenseth,
The whole
who
9
looks
yards.
a lot like his old self right now, which is running a lot up front, maybe not winning as many races as some other guys, but finishing up front a lot. He looks a lot like the old Matt Kenseth.
He does.
Just take a close look
They don't call
at the
him-
old Matt Kenseth.
They don't call him the silent assassin for nothing. He just quietly would
But
take
without
charge.
the wins, is he really an assassin without wins?
I don't know, but is the proof really in the pudding?
Not a big fan of tapioca.
The thing
Love
about
tapioca.
Todd Parrott is he's got his own ideas about, from what I've heard, he's got his own ideas about things, the way he likes to run things, and he's not the right crew chief necessarily for everybody, and I suppose nobody is, but when you find a guy that he works well with, it can be magic, Buck. Magic!
Dale Jarrett, magic!
Maybe he's got that with Matt Kenseth.
Magic.
You can do
Okay, I think that's our sign that it's time to bring this thing to a close.
The one.
That has been your Rowdy.com Big Three for today. Lots to talk about at Rowdy.com. I want to see each and every one of you come over there and write a blog or comment on a blog.
You're the one.
Because you know what? You know what Rowdy.com is?
Magic.
Exactly.
It's where you say it like it is.
Yeah.
So if you know how it is, then you got to come say it on Rowdy.com too.
But you need to say it magically.
And join us for the podcast
Well,
today. That's going to be
magically delicious.
a lot of fun too.
The podcast.
We're wrapping it up now.
Podcast
Goodbye.
is magic.
Goodbye.
Rowdy.com. Say it like it is.
Say what like it is?
Rowdy.com.